Alright guys, welcome to the project back again, in here for another video, in here for another Friday, and for another show of TNA Showdown. We got quite a few stuff to get to, and I'm going to try and get through all of it as I can. So without further ado, let's get on right into what happened last night with TNA Impact. And I gotta say, it was a alright show, it wasn't too bad. I thought it was pretty enjoyable, so definitely check it out when you can. And also with that, to kick it off, we had Tommy Dreamer in the ring, calling out Raven and asking him why he did what he did, attacking Tommy Dreamer last week. And Raven comes out and basically says, it had something to do with Tommy Dreamer taking his wife or something like that. I don't know, it was kind of interesting and weird, but anyway, we find out that we have a tag team match for tonight with RVD, Dreamer, and Abyss and Raven for the main event, which I will get into in just a little while. So that's what basically happened with that. Then we had Mick Foley coming out into the mix and trying to, save Tommy Dreamer after we had that little brawl with Dreamer and Raven. Then we get into our first match, which is a tag team knockouts match, and the TNA Knockouts Tag Team Championship was on the line last night. And this was an alright knockouts match. It lasted for a pretty good while. We saw stuff from Lacey Von Erich. She did some stuff. I believe she did like a DDT, and she did that thing with the elbow, but she missed, and she pretty much failed on that one. We saw some double team moves with Velvet Sky and Lacey Von Erich on this one. Velvet Sky taking it to hermnda and Taylor Wilde, which was their opponents, and they did pretty well in this one. And as a result of that, we do have new TNA Knockouts Tag Team Champions, and that is Taylor Wilde and hermnda, which is good on that one. Congratulations to them. And basically what happened was we had that mystery motorcycle woman come on out and try to interfere and help out with Velvet Sky and trying to help them retain with the steel chair, but that didn't happen. The referee was knocked out at the time, and when I believe Taylor Wilde was able to get the pin on this one, and that didn't turn out so well, as Velvet Sky was trying to retain the TNA Knockouts Tag Team Championships, but that didn't happen. Of course, the new champions are Taylor Wilde and hermnda. Then we got into the next match, which was another championship match. So we had two titles on the line last night. This one was decent. It wasn't really the best. Of course, it was for the TV title / global championship against AJ Styles and Rob Terry. And this match wasn't really the best. I really wasn't as into it. It was basically Rob Terry getting his payback and try to take out AJ Styles. Of course, Kazarian was there in this match. But in the end, it was a very kind of quick match. AJ Styles was able to get the win on this one with the 450 splash. And, we didn't see the Styles clash, but we did see a 450 splash. Basically similar to Justin Gabriel's 450 splash. But this time it was on, on the turnbuckle, and so that was pretty cool on that one. So AJ Styles retains his TV championship against Rob Terry with a little help with Kazarian on this one. Then we get into what I think was the match of the night. This match wasn't for the Tag Team Championships, but it was the best of 5 series in the Ultimate X match. And I haven't really seen too many Ultimate X matches, but this really made me a fan of the Ultimate X match. And this was a good back and forth tag team match between the Motor City Machine Guns and Beer Money. And James Storm didn't really go up to the top because he wasn't basically drinking, and he didn't feel like going on top and grabbing the Ultimate X. But we did see a lot of double team moves, a fast-paced match, which I really liked, and the crowd was really into it. We saw almost like the sliced bread number 2, just a lot of double teams, and it was a really good match. definitely match of the night, like I said. But in the end, Motor City Machine Guns ends up, you know, trying to get their win back in here against Beer Money. So Motor City Machine Guns able to grab the Ultimate X and defeat Beer Money. So next week we do have a match made. The final match is for the Tag Team Championships between Motor City Machine Guns and Beer Money next week on Impact. So that should be pretty cool on that one. So the best of 5 series will end next week. Then we get into other matches were made as well for next week's Impact. That's RVD versus Abyss with a special guest referee Eric Bischoff will be in that match. So it will be kind of like a no holds barred type of deal match. Also, we have the Tag Team Championships on the line next week, as I mentioned. I believe we have the Knockouts title match on the line, or I'm not too sure if it's the Tag Team Knockouts title match. I don't really remember. But we do have quite a few matches made for next week. I believe we have Matt Morgan and the Pope, I believe. But anyway, we do have quite a few, so definitely stay tuned for next week's Impact. Then we got into the next match here, which was okay. It wasn't really the best. It was Orlando Jordan versus the Pope, and this one was okay. You know, the Pope wasn't really too happy with Orlando Jordan, you know, doing his weird stuff, and just trying to get the attack on Orlando Jordan, and that's what basically happened. Of course, the Pope ended up winning against Orlando Jordan with the DDE. And that's what happened with that. So the Pope wins with that. It was an okay match, and you know, I wasn't really too into it, but you know, I was glad to see the Pope get away with the DDE on that one. And next match we got here is a street fight. That's right, a street fight between Ric Flair and Jay Lethal. And to better put this said better with this match, it was kind of like their match with Victory Road. Basically, Jay Lethal was trying to, well, dominating in this match, and basically the same type of thing happened with Ric Flair, which was kind of funny. You know, Ric Flair basically getting exposed. Jay Lethal took off his shirt and everything, and basically with the malfunction that we had at Victory Road happened here. It was pretty funny, but yeah. Jay Lethal, we saw you know, use candlestick on this one. Ric Flair getting you know, busted wide open, pretty damn good here with that. But there was a twist to this one. We did have Douglas Williams out there because Fortune was not able to be out there, so we had Douglas Williams watching the match most of the time. And like last time when they had their match, Jay Lethal won, but this time Ric Flair was able to get to with the win. With Doug Williams, I believe he used the championship belt onto Jay Lethal, which helped him get the win. And Ric Flair, you know, stealing a victory with the help of Doug Williams as a result to that. So, you know, that match was okay. It wasn't really that good, but, you know, I thought it was alright. Then we get into the main event, which was kind of quick main event. RVD, Dreamer versus Abyss and Raven. Now this was pretty good. It was basically RVD mostly getting involved. I believe with Raven, Abyss wasn't too much into this match. We tried to see the choke slam here as well. Dreamer getting involved just a little bit, and just a, you know, back and forth brawl. We didn't see too much Abyss getting tagged in or Raven, so RVD was mainly in this match doing most of the work. But in the end, RVD and Dreamer get the win. RVD winning with the frog splash onto, I believe it was Abyss. I'm not too sure. Could have been Raven, but RVD getting the win on for his team. So you know, that's basically it with all the matches and everything that was on Impact last night. So, you know, it was a pretty good show. Of course, I'm almost running out of time. So, definitely stay tuned for Impact next week. Should be good. And for Hardcore Justice this weekend.